Well, hello there, recruiters. Jennifer Tardy here, and welcome to Diversity Recruiter Central, where I teach you everything that you need to know about diversity recruiting, except all of those ridiculous Boolean string searches. So I am excited to bring to you today's video where we share with you 3 reasons organizations lose top competitive underrepresented individuals as candidates through the hiring process. And as I always do toward the end of the video, I share with you answers to your recruiting questions in our Diversity Recruiter 911 segment. So stick around, let's get started. You're losing quality candidates, and most of the time as recruiters, we're moving so fast and the churn is happening so quickly that we don't even realize it. And so I want to give you something to think about in this video. And that's why this video is pretty important for you to watch. And so if you see any of these indications, then you'll know that you may need to make some adjustments in your hiring process. Got it? Let's jump right into it. Reason number 1 that you are losing diverse candidates through your hiring process is because your organization is screening them out, whether it's indirectly or directly. And so one of the things that I always recommend is that you take a look at the data from previous years to see if there's anything that's happening within your hiring process or within the data that indicates that underrepresented individuals are being rejected at certain places. And so it doesn't mean that anyone's doing anything intentionally, but it just means that maybe something needs to change in the process, or something needs to change in how candidates are being assessed. So I actually talk about this in episode 1. So episode 1 is all about diversity recruitment best practices, and it gives you a way to check for anything that's systematic in your hiring process that may be screening out individuals. Another way that you may be screening out individuals through your hiring process is your job description. Job descriptions that have qualifications in there that are just unnecessary or, just unrealistic, that one person's going to be able to have all of those qualifications met, can also screen out underrepresented individuals. And another way that your organization is probably screening out really good, high quality underrepresented candidates is because your hiring managers and maybe even some recruiters spend more time assessing the person than that person's knowledge, skills, and abilities. And so there's a clear delineation. So if you're spending more time assessing that person, what that person looks like, how they dress, how they speak, how their hair is, the cologne that they're wearing, where they're from. If you spend more time assessing the person than assessing their skill set, then underrepresented individuals will always have more barriers and hurdles to navigate than those who are not. So that's something to consider. So reason number 1 why your organization is probably losing diverse candidates within your hiring process is because your organization is screening them out. Reason number 2 with why organizations lose diverse candidates is because candidates are probably screening out your organization. Or in other words, candidates are withdrawing from the interview process. Now, why would a candidate withdraw from the interviewing process? Maybe it has something to do with what they are experiencing. So the candidate experience is everything. And because we are now in a job seekers market, we have to pay attention to what that candidate is experiencing and that it's a positive experience from the time that they apply for a position all the way through until the time that they accept the offer, and even as they're onboarding into the position as well too. Another part of this, why a candidate would withdraw from a position, is because maybe the recruiter or the hiring manager, they're not doing a great job of selling the company and selling the company in a way that may resonate with that person. And so a lot of hiring managers still have the antiquated or outdated mentality or notion that anybody who applies to a position should be lucky that we're even interviewing you. So you should want to come and work here. But again, and I repeat, This is 2018 and we are in a job seeker market. So there's no such thing as them feeling lucky with workforces needing to hire more now than before. Candidates are interviewing sometimes with 2 and 3 job opportunities at once. And so if our hiring managers and recruiters are not equipped with selling the organization on the things that are valuable to what they would care about, then you're probably going to see some candidates withdrawing from your process to go to another organization who's better at selling that organization and the benefits of working there. Another reason why candidates may be withdrawing from your process is because they don't really see proof of diversity within the organization. And trust me when I say, a lot of candidates, that can be a little fearful. So if I'm going to the website and I see no one, and I mean no one who looks like me on the website, it causes pause, especially when candidates are looking at the senior leadership. Because if no one looks like them, who's really going to truly understand their experience and their perspective? And odds are they're probably feeling like there isn't going to be someone who's going to be able to support what their needs are from the standpoint of inclusivity. A quick pause for a second. While we're talking about candidates and the candidate experience and candidates withdrawing from the process, have you had an opportunity to look on Glassdoor lately to see what candidates are currently experiencing or their perception of their interviewing experience at your organization? That's also a really good way of curbing any challenges or fixing or process improving any challenges that candidates may be experiencing as they're trying to get a job within your organization. Check out Glassdoor. And if you have, tell me in the comment section below some of the things that may have surprised you that you did not know that candidates who are interviewing at your company were experiencing. Tell me below. And reason number 3 why organizations are losing diverse candidates. It's because many times your organization's conversion programs are taking up headcount that could have been a potential headcount for a highly competitive, underrepresented individual. Now, hear me when I say I think that conversion programs are excellent. I think it's an excellent strategy for talent pipeline building. But I also believe, and I always suggest to organizations to pay close attention to the diversity within those talent feeder programs. And so again, I'll use the example of contractors. If hiring contractors or people who are working at your company for a short period of time is a feeder into your overall regular full-time hires, then make sure that you're intentional about the diversity within the contract and within the contractors that you hire, so that when they are converted to regular full-time employees, you won't have an issue with the contractor conversion program negating any of the work that you're doing with your regular full-time diversity hiring. Got it? I actually talk about this a little more in depth in a previous video, and check out that video. It's about unfair hiring practices, and I talk more about conversion programs as I'm speaking of unfair hiring practices to pay attention to. So we are now at my interestingly favorite segment, which is when I get to answer your questions, recruiters. So keep sending those questions in. And today's question is, how do I attract diverse talent into my organization? That is a great question. Thank you for asking that question. I answered that question very clearly in an earlier video, so I do want you to go back and check out that earlier video. And it's the 7 habits of highly effective recruiters. Check out that video and it's going to give you a load of information on great ways to attract diverse talent in your organization, such as building the right external partnerships, building the right internal partnerships, and we even talk about different programs that your organization can do as well too. So check out that video. Plus, check out the free downloadable PDF that I always talk about in each of my videos, and it's 10 innovative ways to increase workplace diversity without ridiculous Boolean string searches. So there are 10 innovative ways that are in there as well too, including one of my most favorite programs, which is a boomerang program. And that boomerang program suggests that if you know that they are highly talented, highly competitive, underrepresented individuals who have left your company, who quit to go work somewhere else for whatever reason it may be. If you know that they're easily rehireable, meaning they would want to come back and you would want them to come back and join your organization, do a boomerang program and invite them to apply for one of your open positions. What greater way and what quicker way than to invite people to return? Sometimes people who left the organization will find the grass is not always greener on the other side. So try that out. So now I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that now you have a better understanding of how you may be losing diverse candidates throughout your overall hiring process, so that you can dive deeply in and you can curve some of those areas so that you no longer continue to lose diverse candidates. And if you like this video, be sure to check back in next week, because next week I talk about inclusion, and I want to give you an idea of what inclusion actually means to job seekers who happen to be underrepresented. So check back in next week. And again, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am Jennifer Tardy. I am your diversity recruiting leader. I will see you next time. Take care. Hey recruiters, if you like this video, we have others coming your way each Thursday. So subscribe to our channel and click the bell to be notified as new videos get posted. Don't forget, leave us your recruiter questions for a chance to be spotlighted in an upcoming video. Don't forget about our other channel for job seekers. And as always, in order for our workplaces to be underrepresented no more, we all have to listen, engage, apply, repeat, now, learn. I'll talk to you next time.